So here we are on August the 28th for our Instrumental 101 PD following our wonderful in-service yesterday at the Pittsburgh Opera on August 27th. This is Mr. Lou Lucarelli, teacher at both Westwood and Miller, Pittsburgh Miller, who is going to present to us the beginning of percussion instrumental music. Take it away, Lou.
Okay. First thing you might want to go over are the parts of the stick. And the parts of the stick are the butt, the shoulder, and the bead. So butt, shoulder, and the bead. Okay? Most kids are going to have trouble, first of all, trying to hold the stick. And when you teach holding the stick, you want to take the first crack of the finger, first crack on the stick, and the thumb on the side. So you put the crack of the finger and the stick. Similar to pinching something, but not at the very tip of the finger. Okay? Like that. And a lot of times what they will do is they'll come up too far or back too far. And I'll kind of draw a line where they should go. Don't go any further back than that line. That line's about an inch from the end of the stick, so you get a balance on the stick. Okay, so those are some of the things that you're going to run into as kids hold them. I had a certain guy. He told me, "Oh, just think of picking up a hammer." So when you pick up a hammer to hit it, it's very similar to that. Okay, so both sticks. We're going to go with match grip at the beginning here. And a match grip would be this way. And you can demonstrate to those kids that when you play this, you want to use your wrist, not your arm. Okay? Wrist, not arm. And if you hold it like this is called a fulcrum. If you hold it like that and play, you get a slight bounce out of those sticks. Okay? And these fingers here are really so that stick doesn't flop around while you're playing. Because if you're playing around, you can see the sticks are flopping around. So if you put your fingers lightly on the sticks, it keeps everything together there. Okay? So some of the techniques I use to getting into the role, because being a percussionist, you have a lot of time to do that. But being an instrumental teacher, you don't have a lot of time to get them to play a role. Okay? So what I will do, I'm going to turn the snare off so it's not so loud. I will take like just quarter notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then back and forth like that. Tell them to do is kind of let the stick bounce on the eighth note, like. Okay, and I know that's difficult for kids to start getting into that roll thing because you don't have a lot of time. You know, I think what is it? Maybe the 5th page they're playing rolls in the books, so. Okay. Let's go a little bit over traditional grip. That's match grip. Traditional grip is when you take the left hand, put it in here of your thumb and first finger at the end here, and you take these two fingers and put them on the stick. Now this is where the stick's held. Basically like this, where it's bouncing with this, and these hold it from flopping around. This is where the stick's held with this grip. Okay, and these two fingers and these two fingers with it in between here keep it from flopping around again. Okay, so that's why you hold it here and you show them that you can play like this, but it'll flop around when you're playing like this. Okay, any questions so far? No questions?
Do you always start with two hands?
Yes, yes. I usually start with yeah, yeah. And when they're playing that, you want them to listen to. See, you're bringing me in to some things. You want them to listen so the stroke is the same. So if I go sideways here, you want the stroke to be the same height. Okay, you don't want one. Then you get a lopsided sound. You get too hard and soft, hard and soft, hard and soft. So it's the stroke, and you want to make sure as they're playing. I usually tell them anywhere from 3 to 5 inches high. Don't start, because what they want to do is they want to use that arm and come up. Okay, but you just got to keep watching them, and when they start doing this, you got to just put your arm down. You know, so they're doing that, and the stroke should be the same height every time. Okay, okay, and when they start doing that roll thing, same height on the stroke. Okay, playing softer, closer to the drum, playing louder, higher from the drum. Okay, because that'll give you more sound as you come down. Okay, any more questions?
Yeah, I know a lot of my students are mostly right-handed. So when you go to do the left hand, they have really trouble, getting that to the same as the right hand. So I end up spending a lot of time with their opposite hand, whatever they are.
Well, whatever you teach them, if it's a 5-stroke rule, so it's right, right, left, left, right, then you want to go left, left, right, right, left. Because what they'll do, they'll keep playing it again, same again, because they're right-handed.
Yeah.
But yeah, you need to balance those hands out. If you're going to do it with the right hand, you do it with the left hand. Okay, this exercise, you don't need to, because you're still using back and forth motion with your hands.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I want to go over the flam, and the flam kind of looks like this on your paper. Okay, because flams are very hard to teach right away. And what I usually tell the kids is I'll write it down and give them the paper that says, use just a down motion. Now, you'll see what I'm talking about when I play the flam. The flam position is like this. This is going to be a right-handed flam, okay? Because this is the stick you're going to count on. This is the stick it's going to hit second. So it is that count that makes it the right-handed flam. So they're going to want to do this. They're going to want to come up and down, up and down. And that's very difficult for them to get the concept of just down, okay? Just down, okay? Because they want to come up and down, okay? So I would make them count and make them have that last stick be the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can reverse that. And I will do a drawing. I'll do a drawing, like if this is the drum, I'll draw that stick there, this stick here, this is your left stick, that's your right-handed flam right there. Okay, so they can understand. And then I'll let them take that paper home and they'll have that and they can look at it. Okay? So the flam is like one of the harder things to teach those kids. So if you're playing like, okay, and that's the end of the thing. They'll catch right on to that because they'll go, I've heard that before, you know. But that's the flam. 1, 2, so I do all rights, all lefts, and then right and left. But that's after a number of weeks. Okay, so that's just a down motion. because they're going to want to always come up and down. So, any questions on the flan? No? Okay.
I noticed that sometimes my students, the drum students, no matter, I teach them the match grip at
Yes.
the beginning.
Yes.
And then slowly but surely, they start turning their thumbs upwards. How do you keep them, except from keep reminding them, is there any technique to keep them, their hands, the shoulders relaxed, or something? What else?
Well, sometimes when you don't have them as often as you can have them, they will start doing this.
Yeah.
They'll do this, or play like this. You know?
Quite often.
Yeah. Or they'll play like this.
Yeah.
You ever seen them do this?
Sometimes.
Huh?
Yeah.
Other than reminding them, going up, I'll usually go up and take that finger and put it here. Just close that. But yeah, you just have to keep reminding them. And I know sometimes you're missing them. The band's playing and you're missing them. Okay? All right. I'd like to finish up with just some simple stuff. And I'm just going to use the drum, no cymbal or bass drum. But what I do is, if I can teach them, and it's very easy to do sometimes, to just play right hand. We're talking about maybe you got 5 drummers. You take one drummer, play this. And they play it. They'll play that. You know? And then you take the other drummer. Play this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'll get both of them. This one is doing this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay? Then I'll get the bass drummer. I'll get the bass drum and I'll go 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Bass drum techniques is basically you want to put your hand on that other side of the drum head. And if this is the batter this is the bass drum batter with the soft part here, and you're going to hit never in the middle, always off to the side, okay? And on the roll, for a rolled bass drum, you're going to take, if this is the bass drum that you're hitting, hand on this side, to roll it, you're going to hold it in the middle and do this like at the end of a song. Okay? That's just one technique that you can do to get a roll out. Once I get those kids doing this, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and my bass is going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 I will put that beat to the simplest song. Mary Had a Little Lamb. And all of a sudden, the whole band's playing with the rock beat. And they like that. So that is basically some of the basic things.
Even though it's not exactly the beat on the record, even We Will Rock You will fit there. We will rock you. And it's that repeated melody that they would really, really like that too.
Yeah.
A boom, boom, ch, boom, boom.
Go tell
Yeah.
Rody. I just, like, after they learn that beat, and then I'll take that to the drum set too. I'll just start taking them down onto the drum set.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and doing that with them also. So you got one kid up there, he's playing this. One kid on the drum set, he's playing this. And you got them all doing something. So,
Okay.
any more questions?
I don't know how much time we have, but maybe some of the general music teachers that are learning from this session, they have no idea how to open up the stand and connect it together.
Yeah, that would be a good final thing, is
Okay.
just how to show them the on and off of the snare and the undoing of the...
Okay.
That's a good point. It's
Some
true.
snare stands, are we on?
Yep.
Okay. Some snare stands are a little bit different. This snare drum stand has a turning mechanism here, and as you turn it, it loosens these 3 arms, and as it loosens, then you can pull it out of here. But when you put this in,